Oh man, happy Valentine's Day, but trendy, but love is in the air. As we usher you into another episode of Trendz Live, coming to you live from SABC News Channel 404. Ah man, I am just super excited because love is all over us, but I really hope that you're excited to be joining us this evening. I am your host, Kensani Khoza, but because we're a family, please call me Candy. And as my name suggests, this evening is going to be a sweet ride. Musician Leon John graces us with his presence, and we have the privilege of having three-time Grammy Award winner, Dr. Wouter Kellerman, joining us in a studio. Honestly, this is going to be one of those nights you do not want to miss. But let's get the show on the road and take a dive into the world of entertainment and see who made the headlines this week, from the courts to film and all the way through to music. Content producer Rufula Matila gives us the snapshot of the big ones.
Starting with the law this week, a federal appeals court on Wednesday opted to keep R. Kelly's sex trafficking and racketeering conviction intact, citing existing evidence against the defamed hitmaker. Jurors on 58-year-old Kelly's case upheld the notion that he intended to harm victims should his advances not be well received. 2 decades later of mounting allegations, and the star remains behind bars, serving a 30-year sentence.
After meeting R. Kelly at 19 years old, for that year and a half, he manipulated me for his own enjoyment and sexually abused me and tried to control me.
This week saw the final arguments in A$AP Rocky's trial. The rapper Rakim Mayers faces 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic weapon after allegedly pointing a handgun at his former friend Terrell Efron during an argument and fired twice during the confrontation. He has pleaded not guilty.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. When I stood up here in opening statements, I started by telling you that this case was really an easy case, not a complicated case, a very simple case. And as I stand up here before you now, I want to reiterate, this is not a difficult case. The question for you to answer in this case boils down to really just one question. There's only one important question in this case, one critical question that you have to answer. And that is, did Mr. Mayers, the man at the table, did he use a real gun or did he use a fake gun?
The hit murder series White Lotus is back for another season. The premiere took place this week in Hollywood as the stars walked the red carpet and interacted with media. The show keeps viewers in suspense as they do not know the name of the murderer nor the victim until the very end. At the premiere, action star Arnold Schwarzenegger turned up to support his son Patrick, who plays self-centered Saxon Ratcliffe.
Actually, the thing that surprised me that I loved was that I think the women, the 3 ladies, it's a very relatable story. And I loved that it felt like the heart of the piece this year, because I think a lot of people could find their way into it. But yeah, of course, you want to go bonkers, which my character gets to do. Yay!
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation has announced the 14 performers under consideration for induction this year. Amongst them are Mariah Carey, Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast, and the White Stripes. One becomes eligible for this honor once they reach 25 years post-releasing their first commercial recording. The international voting panel consists of 1,200 artists, historians, and music industry professionals. That's all for this week. Stay trendy.
And every week we definitely will do that and stay trendy. We caught up with some trenders as they were out and about just before Valentine's Day, sharing what their ideal gifts would be and what this month of love means to them. As you can tell, I'm a certified lover girl with this outfit tonight, so I'm looking forward to hear what my trendy had to say. So here's a look at that.
It is a very special month because it is a month where we have to, we get to show people love and how much you appreciate them. And also, usually, more especially around siblings, parents, we don't usually, more especially from African homes, show each other love. But during this month, it is where we are much affectionate, and then we buy each other gifts and all of that. So, yeah.
If you didn't have a budget, what would you get for your friends and family to show them love?
I'll definitely get my dad maybe a watch. And then my sister, she's going on a metric dance, so I'll definitely buy something like some heels or a necklace. And then my brothers, I'll also buy them watches. That'll be nice.
And the cheesiest pickup line that you've heard, what are the boys saying? What do they call it now, Riz? What are the boys saying to the girls?
Oh my God, they compliment too much about skin color. So that's what I always love about it, because it shows that as black girls, we are now more appreciated and loved.
For me, it's really about giving. Just give whatever you can, no matter how small it is. Just give. Someone out there will appreciate it. Probably take my kid to Triveni City or something. Then yeah, I think that's about it.
It's one of the few times we actually get to see each other in the year. So he flew all the way down from Slovakia to come and visit me. So.
Oh, wonderful. How do you guys keep a long distance relationship going?
A lot of communication and hard work.
Yeah, I love it. So how will you guys be making this month special? I mean, it's special enough that he's here. What else do you guys plan to get up to?
So we've got dinner tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it because it is actually my birthday as well.
There's nothing major really that has been planned. It's not something that we have ever been doing in our lives, so we're living our life.
And what is it that makes love special for you?
I think having somebody that you can rely on, that you know they've always got your back, and having something to go back to when at the end of the day that you know that I've got somebody that I'm going to, that means something to me. I think it brings peace to you as a person.
I know, Shim, those were some pretty great ideas, and we've been seeing all the spoils on social media. Anyway, what would the month of love be without flowers as one of the forms of expressing appreciation to those you love? Well, flowers are used for many occasions, especially celebratory ones. And in France, a florist has taken the craft of making flower arrangements just a bit of a notch up. You see, Florist Blanche's bouquets are not only pretty to look at and sell, but they're edible too. They're so popular that they're even served at cocktail bars. Luna. So let's find out what makes these flowers so exclusive.
The aroma of flowers fill the room at this flower shop in Paris. And florist and store owner Blanche Piat also picks a stem of white hoary flowers as she prepares a bouquet. It's also Love Month and many customers come seeking flowers. The store promotes flower options that are produced in humanely and ecologically favorable conditions. So for them, red roses are not the first option.
Valentine's Day is also an important day for flower ecology. Since we have so many customers saying, I need my red roses, so we make the effort to explain that red roses for Valentine's Day doesn't really work for us. And we tell them that there are many other flowers that are very beautiful and could celebrate passion, love, as well, without having to come from the other side of the world and laying waste on earth. I tend to recommend the carnations because these are the flowers that almost look like roses and are quite known. So it's a bit of a recognizable element. People don't feel lost with carnations.
There's more to these flower arrangements. Believe it or not, they are edible.
I can show you my favorite stock. It's interesting because it's like a big ice cream. This is a flower I like very much. It's a flower with interesting flavors. It's similar to cloves and black radish. I think it's nice to make a dish of it with some cottage cheese. That's it. A bit spicy, but not too strong. This one is interesting because it's like a flower candy. It's not the flavor which is the most interesting part, but it's aesthetically pretty. And that's also important in bouquets. Then the Sweet Williams are small flowers that you can put with everything. It could be quite fun.
The shop usually works with businesses who often use edible flowers for gastronomic creations, including this cocktail bar. The bartender certainly delights herself with customers who enjoy cocktails made with lavender and violets.
The aesthetic of flowers is quite appreciated, and we're often asked if they're edible. We say yes, of course, and we explain that depending on the flowers in the cocktail, there will be different flavors, freshness, floral notes, a bit of bitterness, and that changes with seasons depending on the bouquets that we get.
Visually, it looks very beautiful. Everyone can admit that it's cute when it gets to your table. The smell definitely adds something when you smell it. Even if there isn't a carnation in the cocktail, it will fool your brain for a bit and you'll taste something more floral.
With France able to count around 150 pieces of edible flowers, it's clear that they have various tastes for numerous preparation options. So, given a chance to eat or sip on flowers this love month, which one do you think would tantalize your taste buds?
Oh man, one thing about us, we love exclusives and bringing them to you. But for now though, we do need to take a pause as we take a quick Nyana ad break. But please be sure to come on back as you enjoy all the best in arts, culture, lifestyle and travel. At Trendz on SABC is where you can find us on X. And we want you to engage with us and let's spread love, seeing as it's V-Day. Share all your pics, share anything that you want to, and any thoughts that you have on the show tonight. We're getting into our next story for this evening. If you've ended up in their bad books because this day has slipped your mind, fear not, there's always an opportunity to make it up over the weekend, even though that is bad behavior. But from gorgeous bouquets, chocolate treats, and big teddies to cuddle with, you're bound to find something cute that won't break the bank. In the north of Joburg, there's a spot perfect for your last-minute shopping. And of course, our producer, Refula Matsela, got a glimpse at the action at the World of Love just for you. Take a look.
There's a market taking place within Fourways that's offering shoppers an ideal one-stop shop until this Sunday, with treats on offer and a chance to grab a teddy fit for your love. It may seem old school, but the decorated red mugs remain a favorite. Love is not just for lovers, but can also be extended towards kids and their education as well. The back-to-school rush may be over, but it's still important to focus on advancing learning.
We empower kids with technology. So basically trying to get them to fall in love with learning all over again in an unconventional way. We have a wonderful activation here at Fourways Mall. Love is the theme because love does make the world go round, right? And what better way to do it through technology and celebrating our love for learning.
How is it that moms and dads can pour love into the very stressful task of doing homework?
Well, I think it's just finding every little way to bond with your kid over this time, whether it's over a meal, whether it's over homework, or just catching up on the day, right? It's just that little few minutes that makes such a difference to everybody, I believe. But yeah, we are here till Sunday. We have amazing activities planned. Come check us out. We are giving away a huge birthday party. If you are seen on our stand, take a selfie, upload it, and you'll be in our lucky draw. We are also giving away some nice tablets and printers. So yeah, pop in and say hi.
While the trend now is 100 red roses, it's always a good idea to arrange your flowers with lots of greenery and a variety of plants to offer a livelier bouquet or ones that will never die. Let's not forget about sweet treats. Ditch the chocolates and go for a quick and convenient treat like a cupcake.
So today we're just here to sweeten your day. We have like cupcakes over here. We also have cakes in a cup. We also have box of 12 macaroons, box of 6 with different flavors. Yeah, this one is actually like chocolate cupcake with just plain vanilla buttercream and chocolate on top. Yes, we also have like the plain vanillas with plain vanilla as well. This one is actually chocolate with vanilla buttercream outside. Then the pink one is actually chocolate with the strawberry buttercream.
Whether you got something big or small this Valentine's, we hope it was something near and dear to your heart. There's also an interactive dome experience that can take you under the sea with your loved ones.
Ooh, you can tell that here on Trendz Life, re rata le rato. I'm also hoping that I'm going to get home to some roses, so, you know, wish me luck. But ladies, remember that he also deserves to be spoiled. As see Women's Day, Bazalwani, we must all feel the love. We are taking another break to go pay some bills, but when we return, we have flautist, composer, producer, the one and only legendary, iconic Dr. Wouter Kellerman is in the house. So let's go. To become one of the greatest, it takes dedication, time, patience, and skill. Acclaimed South African flutist and composer Wouter Kellerman has won his 3rd Grammy Award earlier this month at the 67th Annual GRAMMY Awards. And he joins us in studio to talk about his album, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Triveni, which is a deeply spiritual and healing music album reflecting Kellerman's continued exploration of sound as a transformative and meditative force. Dr. Kellerman, what an honor to have you on Trendz Live. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Candy. So happy to be here.
We are so happy to be here with you and all your Grammys. I literally cannot wait to talk about this, but I see you have a little number next to you. What's that jacket all about?
Yeah, this is a really beautiful jacket designed by Sheldon Kopman of Naked Ape.
Okay.
And I'm going to wear it while I'm performing later.
We literally cannot wait to see the grand reveal. But let's actually speak about what you were also wearing at the red carpet at the Grammys. You looked absolutely amazing, all golden and everything. Who designed the outfit for you?
That was a Gert-Jan Coetzee jacket. And yeah, I just happened to because Tulsi, my manager and best friend, she was getting a dress from him, and I joined her the one day, and I saw this beautiful jacket there, and I was like, this is...
Listen, we need to do this together, and you guys looked really good.
Yeah.
I met T, your manager, off air, and she's absolutely lovely. But let's actually speak about your Grammy and the category in particular, Best New Age, Ambient or Chant Album. Can you explain to other people that might not know that category very well?
Yes, the music in that category, my music is mostly world music. But when it becomes really peaceful and healing music, then it fits better into the chant, new age and ambient music category. So this album is basically music with a healing heart. It's very peaceful, and we made it with the intent to send positive energy and healing energy.
And that's exactly why you won, because we all feel healed by your music. But it seems like collaborations are something that's very key to what you do. How did you actually find, you know, the Indian vocalist Chandrika, as well as Japanese cellist, Eru Matsumoto? How did you find them and collaborate to get to work together?
Yeah, Chandrika Tandon, she's an Indian singer. She's this incredible musician, but also an amazing businesswoman.
Okay.
But 10 years ago, we started sending each other music because we're both part of the Grammy process. And she sent me some of her music, which I loved. And we've been talking slowly over the years. And then 4 years ago, Eru Matsumoto, this Japanese cellist.
Oh, is that how you say cellist? It's English. Okay. It's not my first language, so you understand.
Yeah, she and I were both guests on a classical album, and this album ended up winning a Grammy. And at the celebration party, I met her, but I was so much in love with the sound that she made, you know, on the album, that I just was thinking I should do something with her. And then last year she approached me and says, let's do an album of healing music, specifically with a target of, you know, for stressed people to listen to, but also music with depth.
That transcends,
yeah, it should be music that you can listen to on the first listen, but when you listen again and again, there are dimensions
and nuances that you
can discover as you go along. songs.
I love that, and I just think I love the fact that you are able to do something that you're talented in, that resonates with so many people, but also gets to have you meet such different people along your journey. And I have to ask, what has that journey been like? I mean, from even conceptualizing the album to then getting the win.
No, it's been incredible. You know, it's incredible that music crosses borders and builds bridges, because this is South Africa, India, and Japan. And we got together, and it wasn't easy to start with, to find that sweet spot.
Yeah.
We were all happy. You know, sometimes two of us like it, the third one doesn't like it. And there was many abandoned songs and dead ends. But in the end, we found this beautiful spot where we all felt at home. And we then met in New York, and we started workshopping the music and recording, and then we went all our separate ways and started sending music across the, you know, on the net.
Sure.
And it took us quite a while, but then eventually we found this beautiful, unique music that we made some music videos of. It's on YouTube.
There's synergy amongst all of you guys, and you found that sweet spot. But I'm sure people at home are asking themselves, which I am as well, where is the third Grammy that we won about a few weeks ago? Because I don't see it here.
Yeah, but you can see it reflecting in my smile.
Is that where it is? But is it going to be shipped and like delivered to you at some point?
Yeah, because even the Recording Academy don't know who's going to win. They find out when they open that envelope. So so they can't inscribe it already beforehand. So you hold a temporary one, and
just for the pictures and the speech.
And as a joke, this time actually, when we went backstage, you had to give it back.
Yeah.
I know by now, but I pretended that I didn't know. So I told the lady, she was just about to take it back. I said, no, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. I won.
And she was like, oh no,
but
so
that must have been a beautiful moment. Yeah.
But they posted to you a few months later.
Okay. Then you'll invite me for like the welcome party for the Grammy.
The unboxing.
Oh yes, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But I have to ask you, I mean, you've had a triumphant last 2 months of 2025, and I need to know how this feels, and I need to read it for the people at home to get it right, that you literally won, or rather got, the honorary doctorate of arts and design from the University of Tshwane of Technology, as well as the Alumni Dignatus Award from UJ. That must be like a pinch me moment for you.
It was amazing, yeah. Many years ago, when I started playing the flute when I was 10 years old.
Sure.
And when I left school, I wanted to study music, but we didn't have money. But my other talent is mathematics. So I was offered an engineering scholarship to study at UJ. And then while I did my honours at University of Pretoria, I did a first year of a music diploma at Tshwane University of Technology. And so it's a beautiful full circle moment now to get an honorary doctorate from them.
Oh my goodness, that is really such a beautiful moment. But you've also just done so much work, and you also do like philanthropic, activities outside of your everyday line of work. But I have to ask, if you were not doing, or rather performing the flutes, would you do something else? Like, I know you just said now about like you were very strong in maths and you're going to study something else, or would you ever consider picking up another instrument because you're so disciplined in this?
Yeah. Well, actually what happened was I took a long detour because when I qualified as an engineer, I had to work back for Anglo American.
I see.
And then when I started working, I thought, I started a young family. And when I started working, I thought, okay, let me swap over to music. And within 6 months, my money ran out. And after a while, my wife and I split up, and I had custody over the kids, so I couldn't travel. I couldn't tour. So every time I tried to swap over to music, it didn't work. It didn't work, and it was expensive having kids, and I had to be the taxi dad and all that. So in the end, I waited 20 years.
To live out your dream.
Yeah, I waited. I was an engineer for 20 years, still playing the flute every day. And I allowed myself 3 weeks a year to go overseas to study, do some music master classes. But basically waiting 24 years, and then eventually, at the age of 44, people thought I was having a midlife crisis.
They were like, sir, what's going on? But for me, this is actually just testament to like the full circle moment and just like God's timing, and like look at where you are now. I'm sure your kids must be so, so, so proud of you, because as South Africans, and I think the world, we are super glad that you are just one of us.
Yeah, I remember sitting at the kitchen table with my kids because my daughter just finished university, my son finished school, so things were a whole lot cheaper, and I thought, this is my chance to do it.
Let me go now. Oh, it's now or never. ever.
And then they said to me, what would you like to achieve, Dad? And I said, the first thing I thought of was to get a Grammy nomination.
Wow.
And it just seemed like an impossible dream. You know, for a South African especially, it's hard because most of the Grammy voting members, there's 13,000 voting members, they're all creatives. Musicians, engineers, producers, so you voted by your peers, which makes it even so more special because it's an informed vote.
No, I hear you, but I have to wrap up, unfortunately, you know, live TV, and in just wrapping up, I mean, we are celebrating Valentine's Day today, the month of love. Let's speak about the performance that the viewers are going to get to hear about.
Yes, I wrote this solo piece for Nelson Mandela trying to describe his life with the colors of the flute. And I'm wearing a Madiba shirt as well.
So beautiful, and I felt it off camera. It's stunning.
It starts with him growing up in his rural Transkei, where he was very close to nature, spent some time herding cattle. When I was writing the song, I was thinking about him sitting by his cattle, listening to the beautiful sounds of nature. So it starts off with that peaceful moment, and then it goes into the time when he moves to the city, and the peacefulness of nature makes space for the hustle and bustle of city life. And a train of events. So you'll hear it in the music.
We'll just hear it right now. I'm so sorry, Dr. Kellerman, but thank you so much for being here. But he is not going anywhere. He's going to be right here in studio with us to give us this rendition as a love letter to Madiba. Right now, though, we are moving over to our next segment for the evening, because finding creative ways of appreciating your loved ones can be a tricky search, especially during the month of love. But here's a unique way of indulging in some quality time with your partner, friends, or family, bonding over an exciting experience. It's called rug tufting, which is a textile technique that allows you to create fluffy decorations on cute and quirky rugs, as well as interesting wall art. This while interacting and catching up on your relationship. Our producer, Didintle Mwekeleti, caught up with tufting enthusiasts at Art by Kenny in Johannesburg South. So let's get more.
A first-time experience for most of these amateur art enthusiasts. Nervous and excited about what lies in store, Kemi gives a crash course on how to operate the automatic tufting gun. With the unique drawings on a special cloth already mounted on the tables, we were ready to tackle this task.
My hobby is drawing and anything that has to do with art. So I always wanted to bring the fun to Joburg South, because Joburg South is a bit boring. I started off with enjoying the craft of art. Then I wanted to turn my passion into something that would make me money but also be fun for people. Tufting is a weaving method that you use with wool and the automatic gun that allows you to create something beautiful. We use monk cloth. And the reason why it needs to be on the frame is to hold it tight, so that when you're tufting with the gun, it does not make a hole. It needs to be very tight.
Daunting at first, we slowly grasp the moment. You see, the aim is to drill the wool onto the fabric by applying pressure with the gun. Just like coloring in, tufting requires a skill of firmly gripping the gun and filling in the drawing with various colors of wool. It proved rather challenging as it required a specific technique.
So basically it's all about following the correct direction of the gun. So basically you need to go in the correct direction, which is upwards and sideways, left and right. This is not difficult, so it's all about practice, and you need to practice first before you start with your rug. So you do have a space here where you can practice around your rug. So yes, it's all about practice, and then you can get it perfect. I'm creating this with my girlfriend. This is our relationship name, Kimran. So I'm doing it for my girlfriend. It's for the month of love.
Like in all relationships, unexpected hiccups do happen and the fabric can tear, but it's not a hurdle that cannot be fixed. While engaging with our masterpieces in progress, rug tufting is a fantastic way to have conversations about love, appreciating your friend or partner during the activity.
Usually people, they struggle. Then one person will do better than the other, and then they'll always help each other out, so it brings people closer. So you'll always have one person that says they're a perfectionist and they don't want to get it wrong, but then you'll get the one person always motivating the other one and be like, you're doing good, don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to have fun. Tufting is very beneficial to many people because it helps them like set their goals, it helps them relax their mind, calm down, and also like one customer mentioned that this activity is teaching them something. So I was listening to their conversation and she was like, you look at the bigger picture.
It was my first experience. I didn't know what I was coming to. But as I got the feel of things, I started enjoying what I was doing. Although I tore the fabric a few times, but I continued enjoyed what I was doing.
I think it was enjoyable because Merlin and I bonded by helping each other with this whole experience and just learning. Only when I started mastering the different colors, the red and the white, and then just carrying on. And only when I looked on the other side did I see this.
I think while you're out there and you're hustling and bustling, it's a rat race, and you don't find time for each other. So finding places like this is like amazing.
It actually brings you closer because we try to help each other to get it right. So I started helping him, and then I was getting it right, and then I messed up, and then he helped me. So it was quite exciting for the two of us to get to do this together. And for the month of love, I think we achieved our goals that we set out for.
When we were children, it was always beating me at races or high jump or whatever. But she's always a very competitive sister.
For me, it wasn't about the competition. For me, it was about the learning. And if Merlin was struggling, I didn't mind stopping, but I was doing to a sister.
Some of the challenges were that they weren't turning the gun, so they kept on blaming the gun for tearing their fabric. But it's like with the tufting gun, there is a technique you have to use. We have to turn the whole gun. You can't like just move it. So that's what people were doing wrong. But even with the challenges, it came out pretty beautiful in the end.
It's an excursion for all types of occasions, from baby showers, birthday parties, and even team buildings. What could be mistaken for and associated with being an activity for grannies is a worthwhile experience. And no doubt, we were very elated to have embarked on this mission.
From rug tufting to taking an ad break, but just before that, performing a beautifully composed piece titled The Long Road is Dr. Wouter Kellerman, a man we got to sit with and get to know a little bit better tonight, whose work bridges connectivity and healing through his music. This patriotic South African wrote this for the legendary statesman, the late Nelson Mandela, as we share love amongst each other this Valentine's Day, and we finally get to unveil that art and that jacket that he had with him earlier on. So please, do enjoy.
Turita,
You are still tuned into Trendz Live, and tonight's show is truly one for the books. If you've just joined us, then hey, you've missed out on a lot, but you can catch up on the full episode on our YouTube channel. Also, lucky for you, singer-songwriter The Leon John is in the building. And right now, he's ready to serenade you this Valentine's Day.
Let me go, let me go. Won't let me go, let me go, and the way you say my name, how can I let go? I can't let go. Now let me go, let me go. Now let me go, let me go, let me go. The way you say my name, how can I let go? I can't let go. I'm so infatuated, can't believe that this isn't me. Please don't go. 'Cause I can't cope. Now let me go. 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 Let me go, 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 now let me go, let me go, let me go. Let me go, 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 let me go. Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me
The way I wish I could sing along, but I'm gonna have to make space. Sorry, guys. That was so beautiful.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But you know what? South Africa, I hope you literally understood how we all have goosebumps in the studio. That was the heartfelt sound of Leon John with the song Let Me Go. Now on to some more soul and R&B music sprinkles from him as we continue to celebrate love on this Valentine's Day. With a soulful and undeniably emotive presence, his music transcends simple melodies and lyrics to a powerful expression of the many dimensions of love. You see, I'm even getting out of breath because, girl, but we'll talk just now. Known for his authentic, emotionally evoking full-length LP titled License to Feel, released in 2022, Leon John's work serves as a mirror to the heart. He joins us with supporting band members to transcend us onto this journey to discuss all things music and love. Leon, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
this
you for
evening.
having us. My goodness.
Literally, thank you so much for you guys guys also being here. But you know, we're going to just focus on you right now, looking also gorgeous for Valentine's.
Thank you. I had to show up and show out.
And I'm so glad that you did. You see, I also joined you in this whole thing.
No, I see.
Listen, a lot of people obviously know you as a phenomenal vocalist, and people at home could actually hear. But what would you say are like the themes and what your music like represents?
Do you know what? Growing up, you know, reconciling, coming to terms with oneself, coming to terms with myself, trying to figure it out. Because I think I'm personally, let me speak for myself anyway, I'm a bit lost. We're all a bit lost. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what the future holds. And we're just trying to figure it out. And I think those are the themes that we're addressing in the music, whether it be addressing it through optimism or whatever. We're just trying to address.
You're just trying to address. So let's speak about the song you just performed now, Let Me Go. What does that song address?
That song, you know, listen, I'm not known for romantic songs, which is ironic because I'm here on Valentine's Day. We're here on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and for me, I felt all your music has like all these complexities of love intertwined.
Oh my goodness, you would think, but not really. So Let Me Go was our attempt of trying to write a love song and trying to kind of find space to be romantic and, you know, whatever. Even though there's, you know, I was speaking to a friend of mine earlier who was saying, oh my God, it sounds like a breakup song. I was like, no, actually, it's not. It's quite the opposite. But, you know, we're trying our best.
Listen, you're doing more than trying your best because that was absolutely beautiful. But I don't know if a lot of people actually know that you were born in Zimbabwe, you lived in Egypt, then moved to South Africa at 17, which means you were exposed to so many different genres of music. Why soul and R&B?
Do you know what? I think what suits my voice best, and I also just there you go. It's what suits my. I like to yell and belt and scream and shout. So you know, R&B and soul lends itself to that. But above and beyond that, I developed a love for soul music growing up and discovering great artists like Aretha Franklin and again the '90s divas, the Holy Trinity, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, and Whitney Houston. Can you just? So it's my way of trying to squeeze in.
Just get it babes. You want to be inside. I was actually going to ask you who has influenced your musical journey. So outside of like, what did you call them? The
Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. But outside of the Holy Trinity, any like, you know, influences from maybe African artists?
Absolutely, yes. So I grew up listening to a lot of African music because of my father, who kind of listened to a lot of Zimbabwean music, but also Pan-African music as well. Salif Keita and Ismail Lo and Mama Angelique Kidjo. So grew up surrounded by all of these sounds, but also on the other end, my mother is a big pop fan.
Oh,
so oh my goodness, big pop fan. So I grew up listening to, the first time I ever heard an Alicia Keys record or the Christina Aguilera, Maroon 5, was through my mother.
Shout out to Mommy.
All of it is coming together.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, shout out to Mommy.
Would you then say that is what your universal, you know, audiences resonate with? Like, do you think there's a way that it reaches them, the music that you do make?
I think so. You know, I try not to think too hard, or rather we try not to think too hard of what the audience takes from it or how they react to it, because once we're done with it and we deliver it out to the world, it's up to them to then tell us, okay, no, this is good or this is bad or whatever. We're just writing what it is that we're called to do and making that which, you know.
Yeah, and one thing about music, it's so universal that it doesn't really sometimes always matter like what the actual, you know, language you use, but it will definitely touch somebody and resonate with them somehow.
For sure.
You have another song that's called In the Morning. And it captures like the essence of hope after like tough times. Like, tell us a little bit more about that track.
So In the Morning just came out just very recently, 2 months ago, and really at its core, it signifies hope. You know, I don't know, you know, when you know those first 5 seconds after you wake up and you haven't remembered all your problems and those haven't come into your head just yet, and there's a general kind of peace that you get in the morning. And you're like, oh, actually, what a nice day, all that kind of. It's trying to focus on that, because I have a tendency sometimes, like I said, to focus on the melancholy and to be, oh my God, woe is me. So it's like, no, let me sing about the positive instead. Let me try and reinforce positive things. Maybe they'll come true. Because at some point I kind of felt like all the bad, negative stuff.
You're like, I'm thinking about the negative things. I'm seeing it in my real life.
Oh my goodness.
We want positive energy out there.
Hopefully.
Listen, you are a positive person, so I don't even know what you're saying.
Oh my goodness. If only you knew.
Oh man, but we have to speak about just kind of like the plans for 2025. Like, what are we looking forward to for the next chapter for you?
More music. I've been asked this question 1,000 times and I'm trying to be circumspect. No, it's a good question, but I'll give everything away because I talk too much, you know?
Yes,
so I'll give everything away, but no. No, there's more music coming. There are more moments. We'll be on the road doing shows, all those things. Everything is coming, but it'll, you know.
Slowly but surely will come together.
Exactly.
But you are going to be serenading us and, you know, playing us out of the show tonight. And you're going to be doing it with a song titled Well, what's the song that you're actually going to be singing?
What You Do. It's called What You Do. Yes, in the theme of Valentine's and romance.
Is it? And that's what I want to know. Like, capture the essence or the sentiment of this track before you perform it.
I'm actually going to get in so much trouble because What You Do is unreleased, never been sung before, never been done before. But you guys asked us and you said, come and do a Valentine's. So we thought, okay, let's do another one of our romantic songs, and that's What You Do. That's what you do.
So it's all about like love and just, you know.
Yeah, you know, what do you do to me to make me love you so? You make me crazy. You make me.
I'm just so excited that we get something that's unreleased. But, you know, before you go, any plans for, you know, Valentine's, Valaza?
Not even. No, I'll be in bed. I'll be asleep. I'll be asleep.
And rest is important. I love how the band is laughing. Maybe you guys have plans after this. Please invite me wherever you're going. I will join in.
And also, you must invite us where you're going as well, looking how you're looking.
I mean, that's like a secret I'll never tell. But thank you so much to you and your band for being here tonight. I mean, we know it takes a lot for artists to come and share their art with us, so we really do appreciate it and just wish you all the best with everything that is yet to be released. We absolutely love it. I literally am having a pinch me moment right now. It was such a pleasure having Leon in studio with his band so that they can transform hearts one song at a time. But on that note, we are actually going to be loving and leaving you. And the way that we're going to be doing that is celebrating Valentine's Day right here on Trendz Live. And you heard him. It's an exclusively fresh from studio, not yet released track right here on SABC News Channel 404. Please, but trendy, have yourself a wonderful weekend. So can all the love. And remember that we appreciate you so much for tuning in every single week. My name is Candy, and you know what I always say, stay sweet and happy Valaza. Mwah. Good night. The stage is yours.
It must be your smile or the way that you talk when you walk in a room. My whole world alights. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, I can only dream. Maybe one day I wish I'll be able to tell you just how you mean to me. But for now, all I can do is try and figure out, oh, what you done to me, what you done to me, what do you do to me, what do you do to me, what have you done to me, yeah, to make me love you so. What you done to me, what you done to me, what do you do to me, what do you do to me, what have you done to me, yeah, to make me love you so. It must be my pride, otherwise I would call and I tell you just how much I adore you so.